Peace to the fam. Peace to the family. Let's get ready to rumble. I'm looking for you guys to come in here. You guys got the green light. Whoever wants to come in, let's do the Q&A about UCC, real estate, stocks. I'm here. I'm here for you. BrotherPolight.com. We're going to make this money. That's what we doing. We ain't got no time to play. Let's just get a little warm-up exercise. I got to get you guys' brains acclimated to what you're about to hear, because class 1 of the UCC and real estate course, I'm guaranteeing you this. You're going to see some stuff. You're going to be like, I'm decoding the matrix. Trust me when I tell you. The first class, the first series, the first section is called the matrix. I'm dealing with the matrix. Let's see. Let's go with this guy. Let's see what he got to say. Right now. Iluvu. Tadu, though. Tadu. Go to brotherpolite.com. and you purchase your real estate, your UCC and real estate course. It's this Saturday, 7:30 Eastern time. It will be more on Saturday. Right now it's $99. And then you got the Golden Crisis on Sunday, 7:30 Eastern time. We're not playing. You put out an invite and then you put decline. Very interesting. Yeah, people that want to come in right now, let's build. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that transmit and utility lien. We talking about that Uniform Commercial Code, UCC 1-307. No protests. We all over that. I don't know, how dare they teach you about real estate and don't teach you about UCC? How dare they teach you about real estate and don't teach you about UCC? The Uniform Commercial Code. If you ever had a car note, if you ever had a mortgage, if you ever had to finance anything, there's a UCC financing statement with your name attached, and you may not even notice. Most times you don't know. They don't know why. They don't go to school and tell you about the Uniform Commercial Code. They don't tell you about financing statements. They don't tell you about the debtor and the creditor. They don't tell you about the obligo or the obligee, the trustor or trustee, the grantor or the grantee. They don't tell you about tangibles and general intangibles. They don't talk to you about security interests. They don't talk to you about purchase agreements. But if you're going to get in the game and make significant sums of money for real estate, and you know nothing about the UCC, if you're going to get in the game and you say, I want to sell property, if you're going to get in the game and you say, yo, I want to rent the property, I want this property to appreciate. If people are talking about buying back the block and they don't know what the hell UCC is, it's laughable. We're not playing around. 308, I see you. 1-308, UCC. I'm with it. So we're going to talk that talk. The first class out the gate is going to free you, because I said on July 4th, I'm going to commission my people to study during the day of partying. And since we want to talk about independence, and they took our land, let me give you your land back with the UCC and real estate course. So understand this, they work hand in hand, but it's 2 courses in one. It's 2 courses in one. Yeah, it's brotherpolite.com. You go to brotherpolite.com. Class is this Saturday. Doesn't matter if you miss 10, 15 minutes of it when you first start watching, because it's automatically available to you. Once 7:30 comes, the class is automatically available to you. The PowerPoint version to the PDF is available to you. The links associated to the class will be available to you. It's going to be powerful, people. It's going to be powerful. When you see how to sign your name on docs, you're going to be like, yo, what part of the game is this? The Matrix. It's called the Matrix, people. I'm going to take you into the Matrix. You thought you liked the John Wick class? Watch me take you in and out of the Matrix. Watch it. You're going to be like, wow. You'll be like, wow, it's the damn Matrix for real. Yeah, who wants to come in? Who wants to come in and speak? Who wants to come in and build? Let's see. We don't have a promo code. Everybody by default is just getting it for cheaper. $99, 2 classes in 1. Everybody by default has access right now. It's 2 classes in 1. Y'all see what I'm doing? Not did. So why are you people asking to be on? And then, yo, I'm open to take questions. So all you got to do is just let me know you want to ask some questions. Canadians can benefit from the information. Facts. I'm paying house bills with stocks right now. I appreciate that. Getting all caught up in going to crisis. Looking forward to catching up fully tonight. That's what's up. Get it in. Anybody got any questions for me out here tonight? I'm going to take them. I'm ready for you guys. Otherwise, I'm going to close it out. You try requesting? Let me get you in here. Nope, it's not allowing me to get you in. See if you could get a request on. It's not letting me get you in. Now, this person, it would allow me to. I don't know. Sometimes you got to turn it on or something. Because some people it allows me to, but those ain't the people that want to come in and ask a question. If you got questions, instead of typing it up, come in the chat and let's build. Word. The classes is on the website, brotherpolight.com. You look for UCC and real estate course. Boom. You look for Gold in the Crisis. That's the stock class. Gold in the Crisis is the stock class, brotherpolight.com. You guys can ask your questions if you want to come in live. You sent it like 3 times. Let me see if you're talking to me about that. Let me see if I bring. I don't know if you're talking to me about attempting the request.
Polight. What's up, King? You see me? Yeah, man. Sorry, I got my daughter here sleeping. I turned the light on real quick. Yeah, man, I gotta talk to you. So I bought a car. I heard you were talking about the USCC. I bought a car as finance. I've already been paying it off. I got 6 years on it. I got 3 years already in. How is that gonna help me? Can that help me now, or is it only gonna help me in the beginning of purchasing the car?
Normally, you can still get the release you need. See if you can put your phone on mute so I can respond. Okay. So, all right. What's the question about that noise, Pop?
Probably the fan. Hold on. Sorry.
All right, that's better. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, you know what? It's like
I got your speaker. Let me see. I don't know what to do.
it's sounding better now. When what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna answer your question. That way, everyone can hear. Where you at? What city you think?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. That's what's up. All right.
I'm the one actually who been hitting you up sometimes on organic property. That's me. Organic property. IG.
Hey, peace. That's what's up. I'm gonna answer your question right now. All right, peace. Yeah, Brooklyn Cats. is his speaker. But yeah, so yeah, it's like extraterrestrial in the background. But it's all good. I got his question loud and clear. The thing is, you want to sign these documents properly aforetime. But we also acknowledge the fact that there is a stipulation that ignorance of the law is no excuse. And we also understand what presumption of innocence is in retrospect to the idem sonans. Okay, and that's when you have your name represented in one way for social political purposes that contradict your initial esteem or incentive. Another thing is, after you sign something, depending on the circumstances, you can have an affidavit per nunc pro tunc, or even sign your name per nunc pro tunc, meaning now for then in Latin. What this means is you didn't know they was doing something underhanded with the loan, but now that it has been brought to your attention, it needs to be revoked. It needs to be disavowed. So yeah, ignorance of the law is no excuse, but don't make me put out a compendium on your ass. A compendium is a series of questions and answers, but what you're doing is asking the question to the person that's doing wrong by you, and then you're answering the question honestly because they probably wouldn't honestly answer it. And the way you answer it is through a whole legal perspective. It's the right way they're supposed to answer it. So you got a memorandum. Memorandum means it must be remembered, but then you have a compendium. It's a Q&A. This class is going to help people out with their debts. This class is going to help people out get into better agreements. Nunc pro tunc, now for then. Let me give you an example. You get married to somebody and then you get a divorce. You think the divorce was done properly. You have every reason to believe the divorce was done properly. Everyone that's part of that whole engagement. But the pastor makes an error. Not your fault. So this is not an instance of ignorance of the law. You knew legally you were supposed to get a divorce. So now, later on, you go to get married, and now that's against the law. Bigamy. If you get married under Christianity or Islam or something like that here in America, it's considered bigamy, punishable by the law. But what if you didn't even know the divorce that was conducted 10 years ago wasn't even done legitimately, and then you got married again only to find out, oh shoot, that divorce wasn't done right? So that's an instance of nunc pro tunc. Now for then. So we're going to exchange now for then. Because it's not a matter of ignorance of the law. It's not a matter of the presumption of innocence. It's not a matter of the idem sonens. These are all things we will discuss in class. It's going to be a lot of Latin in class. But what it is a matter of is you did everything in your best interest to participate in the lawful aspect of things. And then we got to remember, lawful and legal are two different terms, just like inalienable and unalienable are two different terms. So lawful and legal are two different terms, just like unalienable rights and inalienable rights. So you got universal or God-given rights, and then you got the rights. You got privileges given to you by man, and you got rights that you are given that are universal or commissioned by way of the Creator, right? So you have unalienable rights, and you have inalienable rights, and you have that which is lawful and that which is legal. Just like the difference between an attorney and the difference between a lawyer. We're going to go through all of that. Now, they will tell you it's not no difference. So why is one called an attorney and why is one called a lawyer? Stop playing with me. You guys' name would be spelled the same. Shut up. It's not a synonym. Someone's not telling the truth because attorneys have an ESQ suffixed to their name. Esquire, as in escudo, which is Latin for shield. Who are you protecting? The king. The king of what? Is it Britain? Does this mean you can only defend me up until the point the integrity of the magistrate may be compromised? And then you got to turn on your own client or turn your head? What's in that bar? You don't want to be disbarred. You see, these are all real conversations we got to have. And you may say, what does this have to do with real estate? Let me work. Because when I put in that work, you're going to be like, whoa. When I put in that work, okay, I see what's going on. Well, one of the main differences between a lawyer and attorney is one has the legal right to give you advice, and the other one has the legal right to point you in the direction of where to get the advice. The attorney has the legal right to actually give you advice, consult you in matters, and give you advice. Lawyers, not so much so. Okay? UCC, Paperwork is what? Court. Courtroom obviously would be the room where we discuss the paperwork. What do we learn? Your paperwork shall precede you. If you don't have a conversation, by the time you go to court, they pick up the conversation from where they want to pick it up at. If you have a conversation prior to you going to court, they have to pick up the conversation from where you initiated conversation at. So that's why when they say, are you aware of the nature of these charges? And I say, yeah, I'm aware of the nature of these charges, but not how they apply to me. How do you plead? I don't make pleas nor plea bargains. I'm here on special appearance to challenge the court on the grounds they lack jurisdiction over organic living soul. Well, we're going to put a plea in for you. Well, objection. Under the grounds you lack jurisdiction over organic living soul, make you violation of Article 3 of the Supreme Laws of the land. Approach the bench. If I approach the bench, it'd be presumed you have jurisdiction. And if I approach the bench, it'd be assumed you have jurisdiction. Because assumption and presumption is two different things. One is objective and one is subjective. So now we got to know the difference between objective and subjective. We got to know the difference between lawful and legal. We got to know the difference between unalienable and inalienable. Okay? We must understand what jurisdiction is. Juris being legal and diction being spoken. The dictionary should be called the definitionary because we tend to look up words' meanings. We don't go in there to find out how to say it. When you want to know how to pronounce a word, it's called diction. We don't go into the dictionary to establish diction. We go in the dictionary to establish definition. So it should be called a definitionary that shows you diction. When's the last time you went in the dictionary to look for how to say a word versus what its meaning was? You go in there to see what its meaning is. Okay? So jurisdiction is what is legally being said. How do you establish jurisdiction, and does someone have jurisdiction over you? This is all important when it comes to commerce. This is all important when it comes to real estate. That's why I wrote the book, Real Estate or Legal Fiction. It's an intense course, but I ain't got no time to play no games with nobody. I don't play no games. We're going to do something. We're going to do it right. So I know some people out there just want to be like, yo, why you got to learn all this about real estate? Plenty of people got real estate in that. Yeah, but the people that's doing it big time, the people that's protecting their assets, the people that's able to defer taxes, you mess around, you finally make a good $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on your real estate for this beast to come over here and say, yo, but fam, you got to give me $32,000 out of it. Then what? Because you didn't have a security interest. Because you don't know how to fill out a financing statement. Because you don't know what a cash and tax deferrable compensation arrangement plan is. And I know all this sounds like mumbo jumbo, but that's why I do the courses. Because I'm not here looking to spin circles around people or like say, you talking over your people, you got to dumb it down. My people ain't stupid, so I ain't got to dumb nothing down. But when given the opportunity to teach a class Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, yeah, you're going to be in beast mode. And you'll be purchasing properties for hundreds of dollars that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You'll be purchasing properties that and pay $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, maybe $800, and that damn property would be $200,000 or $300,000. Real talk. That's what we doing in the UCC and real estate course. That's on Saturday, 7:30 Eastern time. Then we going back to the stocks and going nuts. Because we using the money from the stock class to invest the money in the real estate class. You really should be learning both. You should be in Saturday class and Sunday class, doubling up. Because right now, during this crisis, this is where the money is at. The gold is in the crisis. This is where the money at. I can't believe. Yo, the amount of people sitting there talking about they in a bad situation and not taking advantage of the opportunity to study. Oh, man, I ain't got no money, man. I got to find out how to get it. Yo, get you some class, man. Yo, what can I invest in real quick? Invest in class before you spend your money on anything. Invest in the knowledge so you can make informed decisions. Even when you're done learning from me, make sure you go through a proper vetting process and talk to the professionals. Because you know what's going to happen? the professionals is going to look at you and be impressed. This happens every time I teach people about insurance policies and all. Real talk. It's 100 for each class, not for both. And actually, the UCC and real estate is 2 classes in one. You're going to be learning about UCC and you're going to be learning about real estate. Real talk. Saturday and Sunday this week. Every Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be kicking it, though. Word, catch me buying sneakers for $200. But the UCC and real estate is 2 classes in one. I'm charging $100. I'm damn sure teaching you 2 classes in one. That's a fact. It's not going to be no misunderstanding. But I don't believe in teaching information you can't make money off of. I don't like that type of energy. Even if I talked about some astrology, somehow you'll be like, yo, Polight done brought it back to the money. When I talk about revolution, people are like, but why you always got to bring it back to the money? Because it's relevant. Because every day you got to spend money on your food, your clothing, your shelter, your utilities, your car, your children. So I don't want to hear why you keep bringing it back to money. Money keep being brought into my equation every day I'm alive. So freak it. That's why I'm sent. I'm sent here to talk about the money. I'm sent to address the elephant in the room, which is the money. Everybody else can cry about the money. We see where that has gotten people throughout the years. Oh yeah, we're gonna go in with them tax liens and them tax deeds. The last UCC class was fire. Oh yeah, but you know this UCC class is gonna be bananas. After the 4th class will be 125, and then later on it'll be 150. You're still getting 2 classes for 1 deal. It's nuts. Because I just love teaching. And I didn't want people to run straight into the real estate class and undermine the UCC class. So I'm literally expending more energy by putting both in one class. Because I know people are just, I'm going to just take the real estate course and I'll do a UCC later. And I know they don't know what UCC is. And I know when they heard about UCC, they didn't learn how to use it as leverage to embark upon the acquisition of real property. So I just said, I got to kind of not force it on people, but I just got to incorporate it in there. But I can't just incorporate it in there for a little 5-minute commercial. So I'm like, I just got to do 2 courses in one. Because I'm not going to be whole as a teacher teaching you real estate and don't teach you UCC. And then hoping that you find your way into the UCC course so you could bring it all together. So I just put it all in one. We got to know this stuff, man. This is the stuff. Stocks, UCC, real estate. Once you know all those things right there, and you got your footing, you can pivot. Trust me when I tell you, you coming out of this crisis lit. You coming out of this crisis with paper stacks. No game. Because with the UCC course, you got to learn about S-Corps. You got to learn about Type B private gift companies. You got to learn about private interest holdings. You got to learn about what a trust is, endowment fund trust, life insurance, irrevocable trust, solo tax lien trust fund. It's like that. It gets like that for real. It really gets like that. You got to learn about these things. You got to learn how to make the trust be private and how to make the LLC public. Or you can make your trust as an individual to the LLC, an individual member. You can make your trust an individual member to your LLC. And then where they would have denied you a benefits, like in an equation where if you have a special needs child, their inheritance would be compromised if you got an LLC. But if you make trust be a special entity or solo entity in the LLC, then that revokes that whole claim. And then now the special needs child can be a beneficiary. These are different approaches. We're going to give you so many different approaches. It's like, if you're not planning to really make money, then I get it. If your whole thing is, yo, I just want to make $60, $70, I would tell you don't take the course. Because the way that I teach with the intention for people to make a lot of money. I don't know how to teach with the intention to make lesser. I teach with the intent. I teach what I know. I know how to make a lot of money. So I'm not going to sit here and teach people some BS. When we do the stocks class and you see people, yo, I made $1,700 in my first trade, which I posted yesterday, which is available on the BPI group on Facebook. When you see people like, yo, I just made 800. Yo, I just made 230 minutes. See, I know the cumulative effect of being able to take on that approach day to day. You're going to be in a different tax bracket. That's why I got that new book coming out. Released also July 4th. I taught them how to buy a dollar with a few pennies. That's why that new book's coming out. Stock class. Stock data. And it comes with 15 video tutorials. I taught them how to buy a dollar with a few pennies. I'm not playing no games. And the UCC and real estate course comes out July 4th this Saturday because I want to commission my people to study on holidays. You say you're struggling. You say this is a crisis. You say you got reason to have an ample amount of skepticism about the future. All of that does make sense, especially with this second coming of the coronavirus and stuff shutting down all over again. This is your opportunity to get the information you missed the first time. When I saw the second wave of the coronavirus, I said, well, everybody needs to get back in that golden crisis class. And if you're in there, start studying everything again. But what I know is at the end of this month and into August, the new game begins. Real estate is going to be available like it's never been available before. You mark my words. The real game begins. Watch what I say. And those of you that were in class, and I told you if the economy collapsed, gold goes to $5,000. Even though it was at $1,700, it went up to $1,800 first time in 8 years, which is a bad sign, but good for you if you listen and walking with me on the precious metals tip and hedging your risk, right? And then I said in silver goes from $17 or so to $500. So the report came out today that gold is en route in 3 years to become $5,000. Now, mind you, I'm going to show the date of the report because I just said this last Sunday. I said this last Sunday. Now, a report came out today that 3 years from now, gold is en route to become $5,000. But guess what? I got a bunch of Facebook messages I got to take the time out to track down. Where many of you that have been walking with me throughout the years know I've been talking to you about getting gold before it was $1,000. But I'm not talking about all the little schemes that people got going on. Yo, we got to get these bars of gold and they're going to give us a piece of paper in exchange. I'm not talking that crazy stuff. I'm talking about what the big boys do, what the big girls do. Precious metals refinery accounts, which I went over in the stock class. Because even though I got an obligation to teach you stocks, I still take the time out to show you a whole bunch of other things because I ain't got no time to play. I need to make sure that when you guys make that money, you know the opportunities that exist. Because we always get handicapped when we learn something. There's other things we're supposed to learn, but no one says it. And then when they do teach us what we want to know, we don't realize the extent of what they didn't teach us. Because they themselves were poorly educated in a manner. So they can only go but so far. BrotherPolight.com. You go to BrotherPolight.com. You can purchase real estate or legal fiction in preparation for the UCC and real estate course. You could purchase inequity or iniquity. That's in preparation for the UCC and real estate course. And then the obvious tax lien, tax deed, and introduction to the tax lien, tax deed, and buy the house, sign a contract, protect the asset. No mortgage, no protest, no jurisdiction. Those books right there, all ideal for the real estate course. But then pennies off of millionaires and stocks and bonds. We're actually going to be divulging into a lot of the information that's inside of those books for both courses in these weeks to come. But Stocks and Bonds has a lot of data that we're going to be using for the first class for UCC and real estate. It's literally the Matrix. It's literally the Matrix. You're going to love it. Hop on that train. That's right. Love you too, Ray. Ray Rose. It's all love. Second wave is a good buyer's market. Word. That's right. You don't miss no classes. No way you miss a class. I got them pre-recorded. When we release them, you're good money. And anything you ever miss, you always have access to. You're out the country, you can still benefit. I teach about the approaches to take so you can still benefit. It's not exclusive. Yeah. Let me, I see you guys on Saturday. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern Time. The UCC course is going to be incredible. Then Sunday, right after that, we got the stocks class, Gold in the Crisis. All of this is about the gold in the crisis, though. 2 different classes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys. Have fun. Take the notes when you get the free classes and use that for momentum into the class itself. The books, please say them one more time. Top fan, OTTO. I wonder, top fan is something Facebook mentioned because you always hear. But yeah, the books you can use is Real Estate or Legal Fiction. For UCC and real estate course, you definitely need Real Estate or Legal Fiction because it's going to help you identify what the transmit utility is, conduct the transmit utility lien. It's going to talk to you about perfected claim. I think the presumption of innocence and the item solemness is in there. You also will need Head of the Crown, Sovereign Bible, that purple book. It's called Head of the Crown. It's our Sovereign Bible. But what you'll need for the UCC and real estate class, UCC and real estate, you'll need Real Estate or Legal Fiction, Buy the House, Sign the Contract, Protect the Asset, Introduction to the Tax Lien Tax Deed, and Inequity or Iniquity. It says 5 p.m., but it's going to be 7:30. We're going to correct that. I'm going to make it for 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to make it for 7:30 Eastern Time. Sovereign Bible is a classic. Thank you, Andre. Yeah, July 4th. I'll definitely be safe. I'm going to be teaching July 4th. The book that comes with the video links is I taught them how to buy $1 with a few pennies. That comes with 15 video tutorials. You'll get the password, you'll access the site, and you'll be able to watch 15 video tutorials to assist you in entering and exiting trades, to know what's ideal in terms of great trades, strategies for educational purposes. And then you have the book itself that's going to go over a lot of data. It's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yes. Stock class on Sunday, UCC and real estate Saturday. UCC and real estate is 2 classes in 1. Let's get it. You can go to brotherpolight.com. It's right there pinned to the top. You go to brotherpolight.com. You look for Gold in the Crisis. That's the stock class. brotherpolight.com. You look for UCC and real estate. That is the UCC and real estate course. Real talk. You're going to make me $1 million. I know it. I better make you $1 million. That's a fact. That gene food consistency. I know. I can't wait to deal with that. Woo! Gene food consistency. Man, can't wait to release that book. Got it in the chamber. Yes, you can use your phone to attend class. It's not a problem. And it looks nice and clean. It's hooked up real nice. You'll be able to look at your PDF because, you know, I take the notes for you. So you'll be able to look at the PDF version to the PowerPoint. You'll be able to view the class. You get to see the tutorials. And I also will be having tutorials for how to fill out the UCC statements and all too. So just like I got tutorials for the stock class, you're also going to have tutorials for the real estate class. It's going to be dope. You're going to have video tutorials showing you how to get in. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Yes, it'll work for UK. UCC is the Uniform Commercial Code. Okay? It's commerce internationally. It's not exclusive to America, so you're going to definitely be straight. You're going to need this information. You can apply it relatively the same way. Facts. Nah, classes are pre-recorded. We will have some live classes, but because I'm doubling up on the works, it's just all discretionary at this point. Okay. Can you repeat the books for the real estate class? Naomi Holloman, Real Estate or Legal Fiction, Buy the House, Introduction to Tax Lien, Tax Deed, and Inequity or Iniquity. We're going to get to the health. We just got to make enough money so that way we don't complain. Being healthy costs bread. So that's why I'm doing the money first. And right now it's the most opportune time because not just considering the second wave of the coronavirus, after the first phase of a crisis, we make the money. During the first phase of the crisis, we make the money off the stock market. But the second wave of the crisis is when you make money off the housing market. In the July, top of August, it's going to be our time to sink our teeth into that housing market. We got to get ready for that. The money's going to be available. The houses is going to be available. It starts then. We've been dealing with this damn thing for about 6 months now. That gives us enough crevice of space to start the studying so we can embark upon the acquisition of real property. It's real talk. Don't mess around and miss the opportunity. And we're sitting here, when's the next come up going to happen? The come-ups happen during the damn depressions. The come-ups happen when the economy is on decline. That's when we could afford the opportunities. When the economy balloons back up, we're rich. We made it. You got to be on time with these things. When these things happen and people are scrambling, you're supposed to be calculating. That's why I say it's common sense, calculation, and what? I'll wait. Current events. It's common sense, current events, and calculation. Those are the three things that's going to get us through. Those are the three things that's going to make us persevere. 7:30 Eastern Time. Both classes, Saturday and Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Time. One class is stock class, that's on Sunday. The other class is UCC and Real Estate. That's Saturday. Well, peace to the family. Love you guys. Make sure you get those courses. I'll see you this weekend. And I'm going to see about doing a real nice preemptive strike on the real estate and UCC class just to get the stimulus there, get the wheels spinning so we can get pumped up because class is going to be intense. I'm not going to say I don't have time, but I need you locked in from class one. We dealing with the Matrix. That's the first series of the UCC course because you know I'm going to keep teaching every Saturday. So lock in. The Matrix is the first course. We're going to get into the Matrix actually in the latter stages of the first class of this course. We're going to build our way into it, and then the second class, we are in the Matrix. But the build-up is going to take you there. Well, we're going to get there. We're going to figure it out. No, we still rocking with the stocks, too. That's Sunday class. I ain't stopped the stock class. I'm about 3 months in now, and I'm still doing the stock class. I ain't stopped. And the information is neat. Anybody that's in class will tell you it's neat. It's not a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It's not fluff. Every week I give you what you need. I don't give you no crap. Every week you can see. And I use data from the previous week. I use data from that same week, actually, I should say. Yes, keep it in, man. I love this, man. Let's make this money together, man. And then let's party. Let's make this bread. Peace to you. I love you all. Iluvu.